I sent a sexy pic once, and my boyfriend at the time's name was Mark, which it turns out was way too close to Mum on my contacts list.
One time I was asked to send a sexy photo. I took about 200 and there wasn't a filter on earth that made any of those selfies look sexy.
Someone asked me to send them a pic once, and I just sent them a picture of a random cat. They didn't message me back.
You know that feeling when you're showing someone a picture on your phone, so you're going through your camera roll, and then you have to quickly take it out of their sight?
Young people these days don't even know what it used to be like on our old phones. It used to be 20 cents a sext. Sorry, 20 cents a text.
Here's something to think about before sharing rude snaps with someone. Is it legal?
If the person in a nude photo is under the age of 18, then it's illegal to share that photo because technically it's classed as child pornography.
So before you share that photo, think of the $200,000 fine that could be coming with it.
And just think how you'd feel if someone did that to you.
If you come across nude photos of underage people, the best thing to do is just shut the site down immediately.
With some messaging apps, you might think that the image you're sending will be deleted immediately, but there's always ways around technology, and some people might be able to screenshot those images or even record live video.
Sexy selfies don't just go around mates at school. They can also end up on websites where sex offenders buy and sell pictures of underage people.
The point is, think twice about who you are sending photos to. And before even that, think about whether you want to be sending them at all.
Back in my day, we barely had camera phones, and if we did, we couldn't afford the data to send a photo. Now, it seems like people are sending more and more dick pics or nudes or whatever the hell it is, and I don't know why, and I'm glad I avoided it, because when has it ever gone well? No one's ever been like, hey man, you hear about that DP I sent, and then all of a sudden the ladies came flooding in, hey, hear about that time I sent a photo of my chest and then I got a job? You never hear about that. It never goes that well.
If you find out your images have been shared without your consent, you can go to NetSafe or the police and they can help you.
I don't have a problem with nude selfies. Like, if you want to take a photo of yourself, do that. Makes you feel good, whatever. But the worst thing is when people share them and they go viral. Like, if you love and trust somebody enough to send them a photo of yourself naked, go for it. But, you know, if you're on the receiving end, don't be a dickhead.
Social media can be a bit of a pressure in itself. You might feel pressured to create a totally different you or a different persona, like your public persona, just like celebrities have their public persona, and it might not truly depict who you really are as a person.
Sometimes it might feel like everyone around you is sending nude selfies, and your texts are just sending messages to your parents asking what's for dinner.
But that's not necessarily the case. Sexy messages aren't for everyone. You might not be that comfortable with it, and you might not even find them that sexy.
According to a recent survey, although 1 in 5 school students in New Zealand have been asked for them, less than 4% have actually sent nude photos. So chill, most people aren't even doing it.
And if someone does ask you, you could always be a bit cheeky. If they ask for a dirty pic, send them a car covered in mud. If they want to see a dick pic, send them a photo of your mate Richard.
I take everything quite literally. Like, I was seeing this girl and she asked me if I could send her a dick pic. So I sent her a photo of that guy who used to host 7 Sharp.
If you think you might not be straight or you're not fully out yet, you might worry that those images could be used to out you.
Coming out is a process, and it's incredibly difficult if other people reveal that part of your identity before you're even ready to.
Cyberbullying can sometimes not feel significant because it only happens on the internet.
Newsflash, the internet is real life, and any bullying that happens on there is just as significant as bullying that happens face to face.
And you might not know this, but cyberbullying is against the law.
If you're going to send a sexy pic to someone because you love them and they're someone you trust and you're feeling a bit sexy, here's some tips to take care of yourself.
Don't have your head in the pic if you don't want to be identified. Yes, you have a beautiful face, but if it's in the pic, you could be recognised if it ends up somewhere you don't want it to.
Likewise, if you have any tattoos or scars that identify you, keep them out of the pic. That way, no one will know it's you but you and the person you sent it to.
Don't geotag your location, even if you want to brag about the flash holiday you're on. It's not worth the risk.
And most importantly, make sure you know and trust the person you're sending it to. If you've just met them online, do you really trust them enough to show them all of you?
Here's a message for everyone out there with a penis. Guess what? Not everyone wants to see it. Here's some typical responses to receiving an unwanted dick pic.
Oh!
Please tell me that is not your penis.
What?
You might think that you've got God's gift to humankind in your shorts, but that doesn't mean that everybody's itching to see it.
Okay, I don't understand why guys think that I want to see their dick. If I want to see your dick, I'll find a way to see your dick, providing you also want me to see your dick.
Here are 7 easy words to remember. Would you like to see my penis? If you send those first and they say yes, then you know for sure that the recipient wants to see what you're sending.
I think if you're gay, the pressure to send nudes is quite high on certain apps which you may use if you want to use them. And the thing is, when you're sending them, especially in that kind of environment, it might be to someone you've barely talked to. And so you've really got to ask yourself, is this safe? Do I trust this person? Do I want this out there? Do I know that the person who I'm sending this to is the person that the photo is on their profile? All those sorts of things. So just think before you do it.
Consent is also important online. So that means getting consent before sending a nude pic and not looking at other people's nude photos without their consent.
If you've got a friend trying to get you to come over and look at a nude they've been sent, say no.
At no point has that person in that picture given you consent to look at their naked body.
And same goes for a celebrity whose nudes get leaked. And no, before you ask, my nudes have not been leaked.
One more thing we need to talk about. Revenge porn. Now, that's not when the porn you watch comes to life to stalk and haunt you, although that is kind of a good idea for a movie. Hey, no one steal that idea. Especially, what are you writing down? That's my idea, okay?
Revenge porn is when maybe after a breakup or a fight, someone shares nude photos or videos of you without your consent.
It doesn't sound like a nice thing, and that's because it's not a nice thing. It's illegal and abusive.
Here are some reasons not to do that.
It's a horrible thing to do to someone.
It's a massive breach of trust and privacy.
It's bullying.
Oh, and you could get a $50,000 fine and 2 years in jail.
Even if you've consented to someone taking intimate photos or videos of you, that doesn't mean that you've consented to having them shared.
And that also means that everyone that's in the photo or video needs to be cool with it before it's shared.
Some people think it's a joke to share intimate images of someone without their consent, but there's nothing funny about it.
If someone was nice enough to share something super intimate with you, it's not yours to share, no matter what happens in your relationship after that.
Someone sharing nude images of you without your consent is never your fault. But it is important to think about the risks before you hit send.
Draw yourself, like Jack did in the Titanic, draw Rose, you know? Like draw a nudie. That's nice. And that's thoughtful as well. If you send a self-drawn nude portrait, that's far more thoughtful.
Never been pressured to send nude pictures. I mean, I feel like it's entirely your choice, but keep in mind that usually what goes out stays out there somewhere. Something to keep in mind.
Thanks for the real sex talk, New Zealand On Air.